Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back with a very interesting topic again. Um, and today's topic of discussion is a yoga called Shubh Kartari Yoga, as it's called in Sanskrit. Now, Shubh means auspicious in Sanskrit, and Kartari means a scissor. So it's actually, if you translate it to English, it is called auspicious scissors yoga. Does it make sense? Maybe not. But we'll just discuss what it's all about. That this yoga forms when there are two benefic planets on each side of a house, meaning which there is a benefic planet in the second from that house, and there is another benefic planet in the 12th from that house. So that's the condition when this yoga forms. And we are talking about natural benefics here. We are not going to be considering any functional benefics. So, what are the natural benefics? Well, Jupiter is a major natural benefic. Venus is another natural benefic. Moon is a benefic to a great extent. Well, as per the ancient scriptures and the views and opinions of the sages, the two major benefics are Venus and Jupiter, and Moon is considered somewhat benefic. So these are the three benefic planets, and Mercury, of course, is not a malefic, but the definition of Mercury given by the ancient sages is that it cannot be considered a malefic or a benefic. It actually acquires the qualities based on the association of Mercury with other planets, meaning which if Mercury is associated with a benefic, it will be considered a benefic, and if it's associated with a malefic, it behaves like a malefic. So we will not consider Mercury either as a benefic or a malefic for the discussion of Shubh Kartari Yoga. That's out. So we'll just consider the three benefic planets: Jupiter, Venus, and Moon as benefic. So the condition once again is that whenever a house has a benefic planet on both sides, meaning which the second from it or the 12th from it, then this yoga occurs. And what is this yoga? This is an extremely auspicious yoga. So what it does is it provides extremely benefic effects to that house and the significations of the house. That's number one. The second thing is that, say for example, a planet is sitting in that house and this yoga occurs, meaning which the condition is fulfilled of having two benefic planets on both sides of that house. So along with providing benefic effects to that house and the significations of that house, it will also provide a benefic effect to the planet which is sitting in that house, and accordingly the significations of that planet. So I'll just give you a little example. Say for example, Sun is sitting in the ascendant, and there are two benefic planets on both sides, meaning which there's Venus in the second house and Jupiter in the 12th house. It could be either ways. Jupiter could be in the second house or Venus could be in the 12th house, but I'm just considering, just for the sake of an example, that in the ascendant, Sun as a planet is sitting, and the second house is occupied by Venus, and the 12th house is occupied by Jupiter. And then, of course, as per the conditions, this is a Shubh Kartari Yoga. So first of all, these two benefic planets which are Venus and Jupiter, sitting on both sides of that house, will provide benefic effects related to the signification of the ascendant. And what is the ascendant about? It's our body, it's our health, it's our general well-being. So auspicious effects are going to be felt related to the ascendant and the signification. And also, since Sun is sitting, and Sun may be a malefic, doesn't matter, auspicious effects are going to be felt related to, one, the house which Sun rules. So you'll see the zodiac sign of Sun and that particular house with Sun's rules, meaning which wherever there is a zodiac sign of Leo, benefic effects are going to be felt related to that particular house. That's number one. And also, benefic results are going to be felt related to the signification of the planet Sun. And what is the signification of the planet Sun? It's a leader, leadership qualities, the ambition, the drive, authority, so on and so forth. So benefic effects are going to be felt related to that particular person whom we are discussing the chart for, and for whom the ascendant is under Shubh Kartari Yoga, where the planet Sun is sitting, and benefic effects are going to be felt related to the planet Sun, which is sitting there, and its significations. So that person could rise in life, could be a leader, could be heading large organizations. So whatever is related to the planet Sun as far as its significations are concerned. So that was what was this, that is what I'm describing about Shubh Kartari Yoga today. Now, the second issue here we have to consider it, since Shubh Kartari Yoga provides benefic effects to that house where it forms the yoga, and benefic effects to the planet which is sitting in the house on which this Shubh Kartari Yoga applies. Do you think that the Shubh Kartari Yoga will provide auspicious results related to the bad houses? Say for example, we are considering the Dusthana or the trick houses, which are the 6, 8 and 12. What if, for example, just for the sake of argument, what if a Shubh Kartari Yoga is formed in the 6th house? Then what happens? 6th house is about diseases, enemies. So what happens? Do you think that auspicious results are going to be felt related to the 6th house? And what are the significations? I just discussed diseases. So when there are benefic planets on both sides of bad houses, then you should be careful that there could be inauspicious effects as well. For example, it may activate diseases because it's related to the 6th house. It may activate enemies because it's related to the 6th house. So one has to be very cautious about where this Shubh Kartari Yoga is forming. But at the same time, 6th house is about maternal uncle. So one can have the company of his maternal uncle. His maternal uncle may actually come out as a very, very successful person. So these things have to be understood very carefully. The Shubh Kartari Yoga is not always good for all the houses. What about Shubh Kartari Yoga forming for the 8th house? 8th house is about longevity. And of course, Shubh Kartari Yoga on the 8th house will give good longevity. But what about the other significations of the 8th house? Which could be accidents, could be past life karma, could be other inauspicious things. It may activate those significations of the 8th house. Similarly, what about the Shubh Kartari Yoga in the 12th house? If there are benefic planets sitting on both sides of the 12th house. 12th house, the signification of the 12th house: moksha, intuition, spirituality, bed pleasures. These significations, of course, will be felt on the positive side. But what about the negative side? Because sometimes 12th house, or actually 12th house, is representative or is a karaka of imprisonments. It could be a karaka of hospitalizations. So those significations also could be activated whenever there are auspicious planets on both sides. So some astrologers may not agree with me. Some astrologers may say even for Dusthana or bad houses, Shubh Kartari Yoga will be felt good. But I will recommend, and based on my experience, I have studied a lot of charts, and in my analysis I've seen that Shubh Kartari Yoga does not give very auspicious results if bad houses are related to it. And especially I just discussed about Dusthana houses. So do a little research, do a little reading of your chart, do a little reading of, if you're an astrologer who is a professional astrologer, your client's charts or your friend's chart, and come up with situations when you see one, auspicious or natural benefics on both sides of a good house, and also study natural benefics on both sides of a bad house, like a Dusthana house, and then you'll come up with your own little analysis. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will be back again with another interesting topic. In the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I will see you soon. Thank you.